Hey bitches and bros and non-binary hoes, I'm finally back. I'm fully refreshed, I'm well dressed, but most importantly,
I am depressed.
this year went by very quickly for me, to be honest, since I finished high school on March. So I have plenty of time to start a new show or catch up with some other shows that I haven't been able to. And believe me, I have some pretty interesting thoughts to share with y'all with the shows. Yes, I don't only watch cartoons, I'm a weeb as well. 90% of the merchandise I own is all anime related. So without further ado, here's the list of shows that I have seen this year as of April and why you should watch it or shouldn't. It's up to you. As the first show I'm covering, I'm talking about what's likely the most underrated piece of adult animation right now. That's right. It's none other than Big Mouth. No, wait, sorry, that is the most overrated. Final Space. I got into this show at the start of the year, and trust me, I wouldn't have known what Final Space was if it weren't for my friend who really likes the show. Here's how the conversation went down. Hey, have you heard of a Star Wars type show with talking cats? She said, and I was like, wait, I like cats. So due to my interest in talking cats, I decided to check out the first season. And wow, is this a definition of a perfect season of television? No, I'm not joking here. Final Space Season 1 is perfect. The episodes flow together really well, the humor is top notch, the animation is hella smooth, the characters are really cartoonishly over the top, the soundtrack choice is stellar, and most of all, it really pulls at your heartstrings. I mean, this is a show where everybody dies in the end. Not literally, but come on, that is the most painful cliffhanger I can think of. This is some Infinity War type of ending. Season 2 is more chill and comedic in comparison, and I don't really mind it because the jokes are still really funny. Plus, it gives us time to get along with the new characters and places. So, going into Season 3, which started airing in March, I had a lot of high hopes, especially since the gang would enter the realm of unknown, aka the Final Space for the first time. And I've never felt so mixed on a season before, honestly. I'm hit with a mixture of excitement, fear, sadness, and disappointment. And by the time I'm recording this video, it only still has like 6 episodes. Like what? I feel like we already have a drama worth an entire season, but we're still halfway through it? I'm not spoiling anything from this season, nor do I want to go more in depth because when season 3 ends, I do plan to review it, so stay tuned to my channel, subscribe or something, I don't know. Speaking of underrated pieces of animation, please watch Kid Cosmic on Netflix. I haven't seen people talking about it that much, which is surprising, especially since it is made by Craig McCracken. And while I was watching the show, it hit me that Kid Cosmic is actually a hybrid between Craig's most beloved shows. The superhero themes and plot reminds me of the Powerpuff Girls. And the art style is so reminiscent of Wonder Over Yonder. Hell, the alien Chuck looks like that horse from that show, I forgot the name. I hope that brief explanation is enough to convince you to watch this show. It's fun, I can get through it pretty casually. Still on the topic of underrated shows, let's switch it up to the weeb side of things. Dr. Stone is finally back with the second season, or Stone Wars as it's called, and it's more of the similar scientific discovery arcs being used as a battle scheme against the antagonists just like season 1. And man, after all this time, it is still so fun and unique. It is really the most casual show I can watch while still maintaining that bit of edge that a shonen anime usually has. Also, I held a live stream of the show in my Discord server, and it went pretty wild. Next up on my list is Wonder Egg Priority. My first impression when I saw this show spread throughout my Twitter timeline is that, aw, the main character looks cute. I bet this was gonna be this year's Eizouken type of anime. But no, wow, I was wrong. This anime is pretty dark and what happened here? A group of girls with different personalities hanging out and having fun? Huh. I was right as well. This anime tackles plenty of social issues that not a lot of animes dare to approach, to the point where I think some people might find some elements of the show triggering, ranging from bullying, abusive teachers, even to self-harm. That being said, it is well balanced with, again, the fun girls with different and unique personalities. They have great chemistry with each other. I especially like this girl who looks like Connie. But above all, man, the action scenes really stand out in this one. Cloverworks is really in top form with this anime, as well as The Promised Neverland. You guys know that the first season is amazing, so I'm confused on how season 2 hasn't been announced yet. I know that the sequel must be as good as the first one, if not better, so I'm really looking forward to season 2. Man, I sure hope nothing can go wrong with it, am I right? And then we have the latest installment of the Infinity Train Anthropology series with the 4th book. Admittedly, I was only mildly interested with the protagonists going into it, and after seeing it, it is decent, I guess. I like where they're going with Ryan and Mingi in this one. Really, the best thing about is the characters. The drama and the fun between each other is equally balanced. But the villains are not threatening at all. Looking back at the older books, all of them have very intriguing antagonists. There's Amelia in book 1, the Chrome Cops in book 2, and I don't even need to explain the insanity that happened in book 3. Meanwhile, book 4 just has most of its previous villains ganging out together to get Kaz because they're annoyed with her. I don't know, could have used a better motivation than that. The ending also left a lot to be desired as well, like Kaz just apologized to her enemies. I know that this has been argued before, but this is just too much of a rush to resolution for me. But what's ultimately disappointing about the season is that it lacks something that the previous books have. I can't really pin down what it is, especially if you consider that they're following up the 3rd book, which is the strongest in the series, with the weakest one. I'm not saying that it's automatically bad because it doesn't live up to book 3 standards, it's just kind of average for the show itself. But don't worry, things will be explained much further in book 5, right? Oh, wait, it's the final season? Hold up, let me just prepare my weapons first. Who's gonna join me to raid the HBO Max HQ? No one answered? Okay, I guess that counts all of you. I may be very late to the hype train, but I also finally gave myself a chance to watch Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, and it was mostly fun. I did this because a lot of my friends have a profile picture of Hanako characters, so I decided to see the hype behind it. Right off the bat, I very much love the art style in this anime, like the character designs, the colors, the shadings, such an eye candy. The characters are fun as well, not gonna lie. And I think that's pretty much all I can say since I haven't continued the manga. This is another show I can classify as the boredom cleanser. Oh, hey look, I almost forgot about WandaVision. Considering how rare it is for me to watch a real TV series that isn't a cartoon, this is a pretty good flick for me. Me and my friend like to discuss new episode weekly with theorized stuff, and certainly this is not the first time, but you know, I like it quite a bit. Oh, what's that? Of course, I haven't forgotten about the Frog Show, damn. Just like Final Space though, I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of my feelings for the show so far, as I'm planning to review the 2nd season in a separate video. For now, all I can say is baby Sasha needs all the protection in the world. She cannot get hurt. The last show I'm going to highlight here is Jujutsu Kaisen, probably the most talked about anime in the past few months. I remember starting it back in February, but I gave up watching at episode 7 or 8 because of how long it took for the protagonist, Yuji, to reunite with his sorcerer friends. It was also building up to be a typical shonen archetype with the tournament arcs and stuff, but thankfully I gave it another chance, and boy was I satisfied. Everything from the Junpei arc onwards is non-stop fire. The fights on the show are impeccably sequenced and created. They're really the true highlights of the show. Like goddamn, I haven't seen fights in animes this good since Demon Slayer. They just carry so much weight and impact on them. And then we have the characters, which are incredibly enjoyable to watch. It's rare that I see a show where I love almost all of the characters. The main cast are just hilariously goofy at times. They look less like overpowered shonen heroes and more like just regular high school teenagers. I absolutely love Nobara's character in the series. She is the most badass female main character I've seen in an anime for a long time. Her power is incredibly unique as well. I would never imagine in a million years that hammering nails could be this entertaining. Fushiguro is basically Todoroki but better. Yuji, while he's occasionally overcome with emotions, is a really cool person that you want to hang out with. You can tell that deep down, he's just a regular guy. Gojo, well, does this need explanation? There's also this guy with the glasses that has a blade and is just so savage and cold-blooded. It's so awesome. I gotta say, maybe my personal favorite character is Inumaki. Not only him speaking in Onigiri language makes for a hilarious character quirk, but also his quiet demeanor gives me a huge Muichiro vibe. The villains are also really chill and get along with each other realistically as well. Hell, even the Kyoto people are awesome as well, especially this big buff dude that immediately becomes Yuji's best friend just because they share the same type of woman. God, there's a lot to adore about this show from the surface level. I could take 10 more minutes to dig deeper, but hey, this is not a Jujutsu Kaisen video. I can probably make one in the future if there's enough feedback from you guys. So I guess this concludes the list of the shows I've watched this year. No, I haven't seen Skate the Infinity, or that Falcon show, or Attack on Titan Season 4. Hell, I haven't even started the damn series. Please don't cancel me for that. No, seriously, as far as shows go, that's it. Nothing in the way of obscurity really in this one. I hope I can shrug off my procrastination so by the time August comes, I have more shows to share my thoughts with. At this point, I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel from square one all over again, so it'll be appreciated if you share this video. Thank you very much. Anyways, what is your favorite show among the list? You can comment down below. Who knows, some people have a new show to watch during a boredom of a year this has been so far. I guess this is goodbye for now. Take care.